What is the difference between a punching bag and you and your high guard if you're doing it incorrectly? Answer, there's really no difference. A punching bag just gets rattled around. If you just stand here with your hands in position and try and survive an onslaught, a big combo, you're essentially like this. You're just getting knocked and rattled around and you're going, oh, my high guard's terrible. This is the worst spot to be. And all I want to do is run. But I want to help you lock that high guard down so you can do it like me. First thing to speak about, I want to let everybody know that my 4th Strike Ready course is coming. This is the last of the fundamentals. We did offense, defense, and takedown, and now we're moving on to movement, where we focus on footwork, range, and balance. Things that are all fundamental for solid striking, or like we're talking about today, solid defense. Without good footwork, you can't have good defense. We have early bird pricing on right now. Course starts, first week starts mid-August. There are live calls throughout this 5-week course, and big savings right now, 40% off, only $89.99, link down below. Grab that before it's gone. Now we are talking about the high guard, why your high guard is no good. And many people have a terrible high guard because they're missing a couple fundamentals. Now I'm gonna throw a couple clips up of me utilizing the high guard when I fight. And you might look at them and go, yeah, he's doing the same thing I do. But why is he so comfortable and I'm not? Well, I can tell you right now, you're not doing what I do. There's a reason that I can sit right in here and block shots and not feel like I'm getting rattled around. Why I can, in training, put my back close to the wall, have somebody try to hit me hard and stand in here for 2 minutes and not feel like I'm leaving with my head shaking around. It's very simply, I'm gonna show you here, this one little trick. There's multiple things we're gonna talk about, but it's really this one little thing that is the most important to start. When you take your hands, and we will talk about hand positioning in a moment, but when you take your hands and you place them to your head, if you just leave it here, when people start punching at you, your head is going to get rocked around. It's going to get shifted dramatically. Because when somebody lands on you, they're connecting with 100% force. What do we do to mitigate that? We take the hands that are on our head, we don't hold them here like a statue, we subtly shift them. They're always in motion. And what does this do? When somebody comes to throw an attack and you shift, you ricochet some of the power off. You disperse the maximum force by having that arm knock it slightly sideways or have it glance off. And even if the shot hits at 80% power instead of 100, that's doing you a big favor. Because number one, it doesn't shift your head as dramatically, but number two, their follow-up shot will not be as hard as it would have been. Because if we think, okay, I'm hitting this here, and I'm gonna come 1 to 2, and I wanna think, okay, I want maximum power on this second shot after I clock the guy hard on the first one. But if I miss the first shot, let's say instead of landing here, I end up going off the forehead. I'm off balance, and I'm not gonna be able to get my second shot off as well as I would have if I connected and everything is crisp. Boom, boom, that feels great. Oh, oh. Second one feels a little off because the first one was already not ideal. So this small little adjustment that we constantly make through the hands is everything. Now, not only does it ricochet shots off better, but it also helps you close gaps. For example, if I just leave my hand here and somebody goes to throw a straight punch, maybe they can get the shot up the middle. Or maybe naturally I close a little bit tighter, but now I realize, uh-oh, there's a little opening behind. So there's always somewhere that they can land. So your job is to close those spaces off with small little motions. Nothing big, nothing dramatic. We're talking an inch or 2. But here's where most people start making a mistake when they do that. And you might already be doing this and going, yeah, Gabriel, I'm doing that. I know what you're talking about, but it still doesn't feel good. Well, the next problem that many people have is they allow their hand to disconnect from their head as they shift. So instead of just subtly turning or sliding, they end up moving the hand. I don't know if you can see the difference. This is a slide, there's no disconnect, and this is a movement where I take it off. Think of it like you're combing the hair. You have a piece of hair that's down in your eyeball, you just move it back, right? You connect with your head. You don't go connect, disconnect, and then reconnect. No, you just slide it. You're doing the same thing with these hands against your head. You're sliding around, never breaking the connection, because as soon as the connection is broken, there's more space for somebody to land, but also your own hand can bounce off and damage you. So we've already corrected 2 of the potential problems you may have. Number 1, no statue, stay in motion. Number 2, don't disconnect the hands from the head when you are standing in the high guard and you're midway through the attack from your opponent. Of course, if they break off, if they go jab, cross, hook, then sure, you can let your hands move away. If they're doing single shots, you can parry, you can move your head. But if you get caught in a storm of punches and you go, oh my gosh, I'm just trying to survive the next 2 or 3 seconds, that's when you utilize what we're talking about. Now let's look at what the best portion of the glove to place against your head is and where these gloves should go, because this is another spot where many people fall short. I've seen so many people, I've had so many people ask me in Zoom privates, they say, I take the thumb, right? And I put it here because they think the hands should be facing this direction. That's the way we normally hold our hands, right? That makes sense. We don't go like this. That's old school boxing. Or here. So they think, yes, the thumbs come and connect to my head. No. No, 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 no. Number 1, the surface area is too small. So when I do take impact, it's gonna hurt that much more. I want it spread out. It's like if somebody comes to push you. Do you want them to push you with the flat of their hand, or do you want them to push you with the end of the knuckles? You want the big surface area connecting. So I don't go like this, where it's a small surface area. I go here, where it's bigger and spread out. So when I do take impact, it's not in this one little zone here, it's spread out wide. That is gonna make it so much more pleasant. Then when you go to throw, of course, then you rotate. When your hands come off your head, then you can bring them back to this position, for sure. But when they connect, we use this part of the glove, where these 2 pieces are connecting. That's what's gonna go up to your head. Now, where on your head is that gonna go? Well, you could go here, but recognize when you go here, your whole forehead is open. And when your forehead's open, it's not a high guard. Now you're gonna have to start utilizing head movement because they can hit you up here. High guard is not at eye level because now I can't see to the side. Now I can't see any big hooks coming. Come up above the eyes. I like going right to the eyebrows personally, or right to my forehead. Now from here, I feel like I can see to the side. I have this little section here that's blocking my vision, but that's fine because I can see the straight punches and I can see the hooks come wide. And now from here, when I hit this ideal position, I can start doing my work. And the only extra bit, which we're not going to talk about today, but is so very important, is the legs. Because if I just stand here and I don't do anything, I am still kind of a punching bag. But when I start doing this, and I start being able to move my feet, now I become a moving target that is very well protected. But this is all the stuff that we're going to cover in movement, helping you to understand how footwork makes your defense excel. So we've covered so much today, so much. Hopefully this helps you understand how to use a high guard, how to feel more comfortable, and of course, being able to flow from defense style to defense style is going to make that high guard feel even better. It doesn't just need to be a high guard. But we cover all that in my Strike Ready defense course, which you can have access to if you want as well. There's a link down below for all those courses. And guys, I look forward to seeing you in August in the footwork course. And as always, guys, train hard. I'll see you back on the channel very soon.